Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Rahman Tutorials. Today we are here to discuss about nutrition in animals.
Eat slowly, you get indigestion, and make sure you chew well before swallowing it. Chewing your food is the first step in the process of digestion. When you chew your food, complex food gets broken down into simpler form. This lesson is about nutrition in different types of organisms. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define heterotrophic nutrition, explain heterotrophic nutrition with respect to unicellular and multicellular organisms, list the organs of digestion, describe the process of digestion in human beings, explain how saliva prevents tooth decay. Each organism is adapted to with environment. The form of nutrition depends on the type of food as well as how it is obtained by the organisms. For example, the deer gets its food from the grass and the tiger in turn eats the deer. Animals that depends on plants and other organisms for their food are called heterotrophs. This type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. Do all heterotroph organisms take food in the same manner? No. Different organisms obtain and ingest their food in different ways. Fungi like bread molds, yeast and mushroom break down non-living organic material outside their bodies before absorbing it. Parasites like cuscuta, orchids, ticks, lice, leeches, tapeworms take their food from living plants or animals without actually killing them. Let's see how animals take in complex food and break it into simpler forms inside their bodies. Unicellular organisms like amoeba and paramecium do not have any special organs for the process of nutrition. They absorb food through the body surface. An amoeba feeds on microscopic animals that live in water. When an amoeba wants to take food particle, it encircles the particle with the help of pseudopodia and food is enclosed in the food vacuole. The food in the food vacuole is digested by the lytic enzyme. The digested food diffuses in the body of amoeba, whereas the undigested food is thrown out. Unlike an amoeba, a paramecium is slipper-shaped with the cilia on its surface. Food is taken at a specific spot on the body. When a paramecium wants to take food, its cilia pushes the food particle towards the entry point of the food tube. Inside the body, the food enters the food vacuole where it is broken down into simpler forms. Simple molecules are absorbed and waste material is thrown out. Multicellular organisms have specialized and complex organs for digestion, which forms a digestive system. In the digestive system, food is taken in, broken down into simpler forms and absorbed, and the waste material is thrown out. This process of breaking down of complex food material into simpler form is called digestion. This digested food is absorbed by the body cells that provide fuel to live, the energy to work, and the raw material to build the new cells. The digestive system is made up of the alimentary canal, comprises the mouth, esophagus, stomach, and intestines, and includes digestive glands such as liver and pancreas. The alimentary canal is about 30 feet long in adult human being. Mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, liver, pancreas are organs in the digestive system. The duodenum, jejunum, and ileum make up the small intestine. The cecum, appendix, colon, rectum make up large intestine and anus. I am curious, how does the digestive system works? Food enters the body through the mouth, where it is crushed into smaller particles. When you see, smell, or taste food, salivary glands secrete saliva in the mouth. Saliva moistens the food while you eat and helps to tear it into smaller pieces. Amylase, the digestive enzyme contained in the saliva, breaks down the starch present in the food into simpler sugar. When you swallow food, it moves down into the throat or pharynx. The epiglottis, which is a flap-like structure, closes the windpipe when you swallow so that you don't choke on your food. Food moves through a narrow tubular muscular organ called the esophagus. The lining of the food canal have muscles that contract and expands rhythmically in order to push the food forward to the stomach. This series of muscular contractions is called peristalsis. At the end of the esophagus, a muscular ring allows the food to enter the stomach and then closes. The muscular wall of the stomach helps in churning and mixing of food thoroughly. The gastric juices break it into smaller pieces. This gastric juices contains chemicals like hydrochloric acid and enzymes like pepsin, renin, and lipase. Hydrochloric acid kills any germs that may enter along with the food. It also creates an acidic medium which activates the enzyme pepsin. Pepsin breaks down proteins into peptones and proteoses. Renin separates milk into liquid and solid portions. Lipase acts on fats and helps to break them down. This process continues till the food is churned into a thick liquid called chyme. The acidic food from the stomach reaches the first part of the small intestine called duodenum. In the duodenum, fats are present in the form of large globules, which makes it difficult for the enzymes to act on them. These fats are broken down by the bile juice secreted by the liver. The liver is the digestive gland that produces bile and is stored in the gallbladder until it is required. Bile contains bile salts and breaks down the fat into smaller globules. Bile juice also makes the food alkaline for pancreatic and intestinal enzymes to act on it. The pancreas produces pancreatic juice that contains enzymes such as trypsin and lipase that helps in breakdown of proteins and fats. The chyme now reaches the second part of the small intestine called the ileum. In the ileum, the intestinal enzymes act upon the food for further digestion. The inner wall in the intestine have numerous finger-like projections called villi. Villi increases the surface area of small intestine to ensure efficient and rapid absorption of nutrients. The villi are richly supplied with the blood vessels which transport the absorbed food to all the cells in the body. The small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. The length of the small intestine is much shorter in carnivores as compared to herbivores. This is because herbivores eat a plant-based fibrous diet which takes longer to digest as compared to a meat-based diet. The undigested food and water then moves into the large intestine. The inner lining in the colon has villi that absorb any water from solid waste. This solid waste is collected in the lower part of the large intestine called the rectum. The appendix is a small, hollow, finger-like pouch which hangs at the end of the cecum. It doesn't have any function in the digestive system of human beings. However, it is functional in herbivores such as cows. The rectum stores the solid excreta until it is ready to be excreted out through the anus. Since saliva contains enzymes, is it harmful for the teeth? Saliva contains buffering agents that protect the teeth from decay. When we eat something sugary, bacteria produces an acid that attacks the enamel of the teeth. This removes minerals like calcium and phosphate from the teeth and make them susceptible to decay, thereby forming plaque. Saliva contains minerals that are used to repair tooth. Saliva neutralizes the acids and prevent further decay.